10 things that WWE 2K22 Universe Mode needs to have in order for it to be a success. Hey, what's up guys, Venom here, back with you here on the channel. And I'm making a video here today because, we want to know what's going on with the Universe Mode. We know a lot about the MyGM mode. We kind of figure out what My Rise mode is. We kind of figure out what My Faction is, but I want to know more about Universe Mode. What kind of changes, what kind of improvements are they making on the game here? And today I got 10 things on what I believe should be in the game. Let's get into it. Let's not waste any time with this. Command number 10 is to download full rosters or increasing daily download limit as well. I don't know why there is a download limit in any 2K game. I may have a reason on why. Maybe it's because of the servers or whatever, but there should be no daily download limit. Unless someone can explain the reason to me on why that is, or what it is, or why 2K has that. Otherwise, it should be in there. But the main thing is, I want us to download full rosters, right? For us to upload and download the full rosters in general, right? That would be very cool if we could just expedite that and have like a 2003 Raw roster, 2003 SmackDown roster, right? A current AEW roster, right? 1996, WCW roster. Those would be things that we would need to have in the game. In my opinion, I think that will kind of expedite that on some of the downloads that we have. I think that will be a very good addition to the game itself. Second thing here in our top 10 here is more variation of matches and rivalries. I am sick and tired of playing 2K games where I see the same match with every single week. You see the same exact match. Every single pay-per-view you see the same exact 3 or 4 matches. Look at this here. I'm have this video here up for you guys here. You can see here, I'm fast forwarding this here. There's no cuts. There's nothing here. These are literally, a lot of these are the same matches. Why? They need to fix that. They need to make it to, I think the main issue is that when you create rivalries in the game, it tends to repeat the same rivalries over and over and over again. They need to have a rivalry limit, or if the rivalries ended, you cannot have that same rivalry for 2 or 3 or 4 months, or for the rest of the year, calendar year in the game. I think that will kind of improve matchups, different matchups that we can see here. And I think that will help out overall with the quality of gameplay in Universe Mode. Command number 3. This may not be a big thing to you guys. It may be a big thing to me. More access to stats, right? Win and loss record, right? A pin submission rate, right? They have stats in there, but to me it's just really like generic stats, right? Royal Rumble wins, how long were you champion? Those are very good, right? But just add, and they can do it. It's an easy fix. Even if it's not in the game from the very start, they should be able to add it, right after the game launch. That's something that they can add in that can be part of a patch, in an update of some sorts, right? Just my opinion on that. Not a big thing to the success of Universe Mode, but I think it will have you more immersed and more invested with certain wrestlers in your Universe Mode overall. Our fourth thing that should be changed or added is an easier interface to add your roster. I don't know who designed the interface, the UI for 2K20, but it was atrocious on how you add your roster. It became so confusing when you're taking off an entire roster to add another roster on there. I don't know why they made it so strangely complicated, per se. It looks easy on paper, but, once you start your roster and you're like, oh, I thought I removed everybody, all of a sudden you just see like Naomi out of nowhere, you see Asuka out of nowhere, right? Or you see Zack Ryder's like on the roster. I'm like, what the heck's going on here? They just need a simple name a wrestler, checkbox, what's his roster, what shows he on, and just move on. They need to make it that simple. They can't just have it like that. I mean, to me, it makes it very difficult to use that interface, and sometimes it's not very user friendly at all. Even though on paper it does look easy, but to me it just messes things up, and I think it'll be easier if they just change it to something more simple. The fifth thing I think should be adjusted here in 2K22 for Universe Mode is status effects, and have a auto-generated status effect. They had a good thing going on with the status effects, but I don't think there was really focused on or popularized on, because I can't really see like if someone like had like a major injury, or if they're on a hot streak or on a cold streak, or if they're distracted, or if they're focused, or if they're not focused. I would love to see something to where that, you know, when you're going through the match cards, okay, I see that this guy's focused, I see that this guy's on a hot streak, I see this guy's on a cold streak, especially for people like me who like to simulate and like to watch matches. I'm probably not going to be playing a lot of 2K22 as far as universe mode, as far as actually playing the game. I like to simulate, I like to be in God mode and, you know, universe mode and just see. And I think with these updates, these all status updates, I think overall, I think that will kind of help out with you being more immersed in the game. It makes things a little bit more easier. Like, okay, well, I'm seeing here this guy's on a hot streak, and when they lose, it's like, oh crap, they were on a hot streak. They had a 15 match winning streak, right? You know what I mean? That would be something very cool to see if they add that in there. Again, that's something that they can do. It's just a patch. If it's not going to be in the game day one, that's something that they need to add down the road. Coming in at number 6, these last 5 are the most important things I think that's going to really help this game, help universe mode. A WWE draft using the NXT roster. Why has that not been implemented in the universe mode for the past, what, 5-6 years? They need to implement the WWE draft using the NXT roster. It will make it more fun. It will make it seem like, oh man, Braun Breaker, he's coming to, you know, Raw. Oh man, Kaylee Ray, she's going to SmackDown. It has to happen. It has to happen. And again, that's something that they can be able to do. Is a feature that I don't think that's not that, you know, hard to add in. It is just an effort thing from 2K. They should be able to add that in. That's something that's long overdue, and that'll be a very good feature. Another good feature is a retirement system. How in the hell am I going to be playing a universe mode game, and I have somebody like, we'll make a good example, The Undertaker, right? He recently retired, right? But if I add him in the, you know, in universe mode, and, you know, I played 30 years, well, The Undertaker in 30 years from now, I mean, he's going to be a very, very, very old, right? So, how realistic is that if The Undertaker is still in my universe mode 30 years from now? They need to have a retirement system. They need to have an age system. They need to have something to where that is a little bit more realistic and have a lot more, you know, longevity, a lot more replayability if they have a retirement system. And basically from there, if you retire, or, you know, and based off your accolades, will you be put into the WWE Hall of Fame? That'll be another good feature to add in the game as well. And you can kind of like show off like, oh man, like, you know, I have my my Undertaker, you know, went to the WWE Hall of Fame after winning the title, you know, 25 times, right? You know what I mean? If you have, for example, like Undertaker 91, right? Okay, well, let me set his age to 23 years old. I'm going to put him in NXT. He's going to be in NXT for 3 to 5 years projected, right? And when he comes out, he's going to probably be, you know, a top draw, right? They need to have features like that. We're probably going to see more of that in GM mode, right? But I would really like to hope that they will have those same features in universe mode. If you have a retirement system, you're like JD, like, you know, why would you have a retirement system? How are you going to replace, you know, the roster? You know what I mean? You know, if everyone retires in, you know, 20, 30 years, you're not going to have a roster. Well, my friend, this is why you need to have auto-generated CAWS. You need to have auto-generated CAWS. Think about it. Madden, NBA 2K, whatever sports game that you play, right? If you play franchise mode, after, you know, 10, 20, 30 years, right, it's going to be full of created characters, right? They had the right idea in this game by having CAWS in here like Cole Quinn, Almago Jr., Josie Jane, right? What's his name? Flash Riley, right? They had, or Riley Flash, whatever his name was, they had the right idea. They can make a preset of 60 to 70 CAWS, right? And you know, they'll come in periodically, right? And, you know, have them all different types of CAWS. I have a brawler, I have a high flyer, I have a technician, I have a, you know, I have a heel, you know what I mean? I have like a douchebag heel, like an MJF, right? I have a, you know, a top baby face, like a Hangman Adam Page, right? I'm using AEW reference because that's on my brain right now. But regardless, like, you need to have that. And think about it. They will become popular and become memes in the community, right? Who's already a big meme? If you play WWE 2K, who's a big meme? Baron Blade. don't trust Baron Blade. As I always say, never trust Baron Blade. He's been in 2K games for years, right? How come they can't do that and start new characters, right? And have them in the games going forward as auto-generated CAWS, right? It will be great. It will be amazing. And obviously, you know, you can go in, you can be able to, you know, change their attributes and do all that stuff. Another thing as well, I'm just thinking about this on top of the head. This probably be the 11th thing, right? It's gonna go into number 9 here in a second. Have their floor and have their ceiling, right? What I mean by that is like you take a wrestler. Let's say we take the Undertaker, right? Will the Undertaker be like Psycho Sid, right? Who was a world champion, right? But he wasn't really like a top draw guy, you know what I mean? He had his run, right? Or will he be like Kane, right? You know what I mean? Multiple time world champion. I know, okay, you can probably say, again, barely multiple time world champion, but you guys get my point. You know what I mean? A focal point on WWE television for years, right? You know, a fan favorite, heel face, very reliable, right? WWE Hall of Famer, right? They need to have those as well. I think that will be a little bit, you know, a little bit more dynamic for the game. Second to last thing, guys, rating adjustments, right? After every single, I would say, Big Four pay-per-view, right? Rating adjustments. Is someone's rank gonna go up automatically depending on if they won a lot? Is someone's rank gonna go down automatically because they are losing a lot, right? Where their submissions go up because of the fact that they're doing more submissions, they win more by submissions, right? Where their power go up because of the fact that they are putting more power moves in their arsenal, right? Something like that will help. I think it will be a little bit more fun. It would be kind of funny, like, man, bro, how did Rey Mysterio get an 85, you know, throw power or grapple power, whatever the case may be, right? I think that'll be kind of fun, kind of funny, and, you know, and have some good results. And the last thing, guys, is have a match of the year, right? You know, the star system, quote me if I'm wrong, guys, is kind of useless. There's no point of having a star system. It's just there. They don't use it the right way, I don't think. They need to have it to where it actually matters, right? If you get a 5-star match, right, or if you get a match of the year, you get a ratings boost. You get a like automatic ratings boost. You know, that's not counting the rating adjustment quarterly, right? You get a complete ratings boost. Let's say you get a 5-star match and you're at a 76, right? Let's say you get a 5-star match, you will automatically go to 85, right? You know, because you had that 5-star match. I think something like that would be pretty cool. If you're already up there in rating, like, you know, let's say you're at a 99 overall, okay, then, you know, what we talked about earlier with the stats effects, right? You know, you'll get like a major boost in your stats effects, right? I think that'll be pretty cool. I think that'll give it a reason to have star ratings. Other than that, the star ratings don't really mean anything, guys. It doesn't mean anything currently right now at the current juncture for WWE 2K20. Alright, guys, well, that is it. There's gonna be a lot of differences in 2K22 for Universe Mode. Hey, by the time that I'm releasing this video out to you guys, who knows? This may already be irrelevant already, right? We may have a lot of new features for 2K22. But guys, give me your thoughts down below. Let's have a discussion about this in the comment section. I would love to hear what you guys think about this. Other than that, guys, please do all the YouTube stuff. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe. You guys know what to do. And I will see you guys later for another WWE 2K video. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.